Let's see how this works. This is the first time I'm trying this for you guys, so I'm hoping that it'll be really helpful for you. So this is for lesson 5.01, the volume of a cube. The problem set for this lesson is problems 1 through 7 odd on page 428 of the reference guide, so it's really not a lot of problems, but I'm going to do some similar stuff and give you just kind of a brief rundown so that if you had any trouble with the lesson, hopefully this will help clear things up. The very basic part of what you need here is the volume formula for a cube. So the cube volume formula is volume equals a side cubed. Basically, a cube, remember, is a box where all edges are the same length. The volume of a cube is the cube of the length of a side. Since all the sides are the same length, it's side times side times side, which is side cubed. You guys might have heard length times width times height. That's for a rectangular prism, which we're going to talk about tomorrow. But when all the sides are the same, that just means you're multiplying it by itself 3 times. When you put the units in your answer, the units will also be cubed because you multiplied the units times themselves 3 times. So for example, if I have a cube that is 4 inches on a side, to find the volume of this cube, I would be multiplying 4 inches times 4 inches times 4 inches, because the volume is 4 cubed. So another way to write this would be 4 to the 3rd power inches cubed, which is inches to the 3rd power. Okay, and 4 cubed is 4 times 4 times 4, so I'm going to use my calculator and do 4 to the 3rd power, or 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. So 64 inches. It is so important that you remember to include your units on here. So it's 64 inches cubed. That would be my final answer on this. So that is super easy, right? Here's another one. Notice that on this one, this cube, I have only labeled one side of the cube. Now, because it says here, find the volume of the cube, you know that even though only one side is labeled, all 3 sides are the same thing. This time I'm going to be a little bit more formal, sort of. Volume equals, like I said, the side to the power of 3. Okay, so I'm going to write that. I'm going to say, okay, look, the side was 5.1. And again, I'm going to be cubing that. So 5.1 to the 3rd, I'm going to do that in the calculator. 5.1 to the power of 3 is 132.651. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add my units on here now. It was centimeters, so it has to be centimeters cubed because I was finding the volume. Okay, so yeah, again, just cube the length of one side. That's all there is to finding the volume of a cube. Here's another one where they don't give you a picture. Find the volume of a cube with side length of 6.5 meters. Yet again, they're just telling you that the side length is 6.5, but because it's a cube, you know that you can just use that formula again. Formula is side cubed. So since the formula is volume equals side cubed, I'm going to go ahead and take the length of a side, which is 6.5, and I'm going to cube it. Yet again, pulling out my calculator, 6.5 to the power of 3, or 6.5 times 6.5 times 6.5 is 274.625, and I'm going to put my units on here. The units, it says in the problem, is length of 6.5 meters, so my units are meters cubed. Again, we always have to have our cube units on there. So 274.625 meters cubed. So hopefully this is really easy for you guys. So you should be able to do those problem sets. I'm going to bring you back to the first page here again and remind you the problem sets is 1 through 7 on page 428 of the reference guide. So do those actually it's not even 7 problems, right? It's numbers 1, 3, 5, and 7. That's only 4 problems. So do those 4 problems right now real quick before you take the quiz, and then check your answers, make sure that they're correct, and then go ahead and take that quiz, and you should do really well because this is really straightforward. I'm going to make another recording for you tomorrow for lesson 5.02, so make sure to watch that. Alrighty, thanks.